Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you in another video. All right, so I'm listening to a discussion about Kevin Durant and Draymond Green kind of having a disagreement about, uh, how much KD was doubled in a particular series back in the day. I'm not sure exactly what year they're referring to be honest with you, but I think it still remains because in the years that KD was there, I remember having the point of view of thinking as he arrived, okay, KD's coming in. You're hearing all the media talk about it's a weak move. At the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to the narratives, I'm buying it. Okay, but um, since then I have an entirely different perspective now. In looking at that situation, as he continued to play for the team, I felt like he earned his keep and then some. And by the time his tenure ended in Golden State, I felt like he had done all he needed to do to make me feel like he has earned his respect, overcoming all that there was to say about him hopping on someone else's shoulders and riding their coattails to championships. I understand that historically it'll be looked at that way, but I remember thinking as I was watching those playoffs and watching the finals and watching the tough times that they were going through against Toronto when guys were going down with injuries and seeing him play through the knee injury and what he let his body go through to be there for the Golden State Warriors organization at that time. I don't think there's any place to belittle or downplay his contributions during his time as a part of that dynasty. He was the most important player there while he was on the team, in my opinion. I value Draymond Green's perspective, saying that he was saying that Steph Curry was doubled 7 times more so than him, which is something I am not qualified to even mention or speak on because I'm not even sure exactly which series they're talking about. So I'm not here to dispute that. My point of view is because I see that there's a a disagreement between the two parties, and I value KD's basketball acumen just as much, obviously. And I think he would know if he was double teamed 7 times more than another player on the team, especially if that player's name is Steph Curry. I think that's something he would be very much aware of. And I respect Draymond Green's understanding of what's going on the floor. But in a situation when we're talking about the type of pressure a person's actually having thrown at them, I'm more inclined to lean to KD's point of view on that. I think Draymond Green, it would be reasonable to think that Draymond Green is in a position to where he's heading into the NBA Finals, and it's time to put all the faith in the guys in the locker room and all the belief and everything. It's time to get my guys ready, and so if that means reminding Steph Curry of his importance to this franchise with or without KD, and letting the world know that I see him as 7 times. More valuable than the guy who's no longer here. I think that's a psychological move that is made that's supposed to not only hype up the team, but, hype up himself. I believe that I'm playing with the best player there he is. When he was playing with a guy like KD, who was supposed to be better than him, he was doubled 7 times more than him. So even if he didn't have the numbers, you best believe my guy showed up. Like, I think that's kind of what's going on there. And I don't have a problem with it at all. I think, and it's fine for KD to understand all of that and still speak up and say, "Yo, I disagree," because at the end of the day, you're using me as a means of hyping yourself up if that's what's going on, or expressing your perspective, and I have a different one. And since I'm the subject, I think it's okay for KD to speak up, or in his case, from this continued personalizing, I think it's okay for me to speak up and say, "No, that's not how I viewed it. That's not what happened from my point of view." I wonder what Steph has to say. Since he was the other person involved in this, his name was brought up in that series. He was supposed to have been doubled 7 times more so. I wonder if he sees it that way. And if it matters at all in the grand scheme of things. Probably not. I think at the end of the day, when you talk about Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, you understand that you probably should be double teaming them the whole game, no matter what. Both of them need to be given maximum attention obviously, since they're two of the greatest players to play the game. So could this be a battle of egos in a way? I mean, Steph Curry's not even a part of this conversation, so I'd imagine his is not in it. But I think it does come down to understanding that, as a fan, I don't think we care, dude. We don't care about this stat at all. I understand that all defenses need to understand these type of things so that tendencies and stuff like that. That information is valuable, but at the end of the day, KD is out of these playoffs and Steph Curry's in it. There's no KD plan for you guys, so clearly that's not something that we can really use. So like I said, I think it's just a motivational thing for Draymond. Maybe he was asked a question. I'm not really sure the context, but at the end of the day, there's no belittling KD's contribution to the Golden State Warriors, whether he was double teamed more so in a series than Steph Curry or not. They ain't gonna be none of that on this channel. I remember exactly what KD put himself through and did for the Golden State Warriors and carrying them and being the best player and putting up, incredible defensive numbers that helped them be one of the best defensive teams, if not the best defensive team of that year. It could not have been that without his contributions there. And of course, on the other end, he was putting up MVP numbers, getting finals MVPs and things of that nature in championship efforts. So, we respect a great deal of what KD has done for the Warriors. And of course, view Steph Curry as the leader of that dynasty there. So that's how it is on this channel. That's what it is. But during the time KD was there, he was number one. There's no disputing that. We all understand that. And so I would need to see footage of Steph Curry getting double teamed at a maximum amount, more so than KD. That would be something that I'd actually have to see with my own eyes. I do not remember that. Nor was I looking for it, obviously. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is just my little opinion. I'm just a fan of the sport. And I just, felt like it was important to weigh in on it from a fan's perspective because I'm one of those people that I'm not rolling with that narrative anymore. KD did all he needed to do to gain the respect of myself in regards to him being a Warrior legend. He is that. My name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.